Hello everybody, my name is Paul McKeever, and this is my new guitar build. Again, this is the Kinman harness, the K5 harness. And it comes with a little screwdriver. And the reason you need that screwdriver is because right here, there are little screws that, if you can see, these metal pieces, they're like clamps. And so we put this is the output jack. We put the post into the clamp, red to the left, white to the right, and holding it in place, we're going to tighten the screw and that'll clamp down on the so that should hold the red one in, yes. Turn this middle one. And that'll hold the white one in place. So solder free, we've just now got our jack connected to the circuit board, all right? Next, we're going to take our two tone knobs and our volume knob and our 5-way switch and insert them in the holes that you can probably see. Here, here, and here are the volume and tone knobs, and there's the 5-way switch slot. So by putting the 5-way switch in, incidentally, because it has two screws at the front, that will hold this whole circuit board assembly in place. And so that's where we're going to start. There we go. It's a bit tricky. That slot isn't exactly smooth, but I'm going to have a look and make sure that they haven't painted the slot. I think that might be what's happened. Yeah, there's some roughness due to painting. So the slot itself, I don't know if you can see this in the camera. We'll move it over a bit. But the slot itself is kind of rough. I'll turn a little bit of light on there and see if that helps. You can see the paint has just sort of made the slot a bit rough. I think I'll use a paint scraper to do this job, and I'll give myself a little bit of light. All I'm doing is breaking away some of the little bits of paint that apparently have made their way into the slot of the 5-way switch. All right, that should do it. Let's see if we can get that switch in there nicely now. All right, so I've come in through the back and I put the 5-way switch in here. And we've got a little bit of a problem again. That is, this is the screw that's supposed to be used for it. And you can see the hole is too small. So before doing any further widening of any holes, I'm going to just double check that we've got the right screw. Yes, we do. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'm going to take a drill bit, but I'm not going to put it on a drill. I'm just going to see how that, yeah. Just see if I can. This is a size 7/64 drill bit. It's the same size I used to drill the placement for the post holes for the Spurzle tuners. Let's just see if that does anything. Well, that is starting to show some promise. all I've really done is taken some of the varnish out of the hole. They probably, well, almost certainly drilled the holes before they painted the guitar. So the paint and the varnish, etc., looks to be making holes just a little bit narrower, smaller than they should be. I'm going to put this all the way in and then take it all the way out. No, it needs a bit of persuasion, as my dad would say. You can actually feel it. There's a bit of a plasticky feel to what's in the hole, so I think that's a pretty good bet that that's just a little bit of varnish or leftover paint. Okay, we'll back that out. And we'll go back to placing the 5-way switch into the back. Okay. Once I can get the first one lined up, and the second one should be easy. Okay, right there, I'm starting to get some purchase. Okay, we're connected. So we just need another one of those screws. And success. We got all 5 positions, so the hole's been cleared of paint and debris. And now we can put the 3 pots in. Again, we're just going to position them through the holes and then go back to the other side where they'll be bolted in. Once again, we're having problems with the hole right here. I think you can see that. And you can see that there's lots of paint globs and stuff in there. So I'm going to have to do a tiny bit of careful sanding or whatever to get the hole back into its originally drilled size so that I can get the post of the pot through. So I went out and bought what's called a bastard file. It's just a rasp, sort of like a rasp. It's not quite as bad as a wood rasp, but it was smaller than the diameter of the hole for the tone pot and the volume pot, which is 3/8 of an inch. So I was able to get into the hole and scrape away the paint that was changing the size of the diameter of the hole. And I'll just show you the result. Now, instead of seeing black paint, you can see, I think you'll be able to see. There we go. You can see the wood, okay? And now that that black paint's been carefully pulled away, should be able to put the pot in, no problem. I've already tested it actually, of course, but put that in there. Spin it over and we can. Now, one thing I'll say about this is I'm using, as you know, as I've said, the Kinman harness, which comes with the tone pots and the volume pot and the 5-way switch and a tone bleed. But the post, not the post itself that you put the knob on, but the collar that has the knurls on it. Because of the depth of the wood, probably because there's a top on this, so this is a swamp ash guitar with a maple top, I think the thickness of the top was slightly increased. The result is there's no space to put a washer either on the back like inside the cavity or on the top. You just have enough of the teeth of the toothy part to put the one screw on. So, or sorry, not on. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I've tightened the hex nuts on those, and I've put the volume here. I would like to be able to do volume swells, so I've put the volume knob right there where I can roll it with my pinky. I'm going to roll them all back. I'm not going to, that would be, clockwise would be 10, I believe, so counterclockwise we'll have them all at 0. And I'm going to give this one a white cap, it's the volume cap. In fact, let's do it this way. Turn them all on. 10. They're quite snug. In fact, I should just try putting the original tones on here. These are the ones that came with the pots. Yeah, see, those fit a little bit nicer. Those are fitting nicer. Now, it might just be that this needs to be worked in, but this one I purchased from Warmoth. And there we go. Volume, tone, tone. Oh, we got to put our cap back on the 5-way. Again, I'm going to go back with the one that came with the 5-way. Oh, maybe I won't. Looks like it's on there pretty good now. Okay. So that is that.